Right, so today I wanted to take you through a technique I use mainly on melodic elements, but you can use this on anything really. You could use it on bass, you could use it on drums. It's basically a technique I use to take a sound, usually a portion of a loop, and just take it to a next level really, sometimes take it to a really different place. By using different processing techniques. The main one is basically reversing it and then adding some effects, but I'll just run you through this just as an illustration really, and then you can just play around and see what you come up with. This often leads to some really cool happy accidents, which is always good. So what I've done here, I've got thrown together some sounds. I'm not necessarily going to end up making a tune out of this. This is more to illustrate the technique really. So we've got a piano loop, a atmospheric pad, and some bongos that I've chopped up and rearranged slightly. So I'll just quickly run you through those. Quick point to note, these are all taken from Loop Cloud, which I'll do a separate video on at some point, explaining why I love it and why it fits my production style so well, but that's a whole other story really. But just to point out that as I've taken them out, I've processed them. So this I processed them within Loop Cloud and then exported them into Logic. So this bongo loop was originally 125 BPM. It's now at 174, so it fits perfectly. This atmospheric pad was originally in the key of C, and I've processed it within Loop Cloud, then exported it into Logic at the key of D sharp. Same with this piano, it's now D sharp and it was E flat. So yeah, they should sit nicely now in key. Okay, so that sounds good, yeah, but it's a little bit flat in my opinion. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to chop up this piano. So you'll see I've duplicated it up here, and then I've chopped it into its individual hits. And basically what I've done is I've taken these portions here, these two hits, duplicated the files, and then reversed those files and inserted them onto this channel here. So I'll just mute the original piano. Just going to mute these effects, I'll talk about them in a second, but this should just show you what the piano now sounds like reversed, or with this reversed section, these two reverse sections in. I think the reason why I love using reversing, especially with piano sounds, but with any sound really, it just creates a nice little bit of tension, and I think it sort of fills out that loop really well. It brings it to life a little bit, and as I say, what I'll often then do is add some effects. So in this case I've gone for a Valhalla Supermassive, which is amazing. It's free, I think everyone should have it in their arsenal, in their toolbox. It's a really good delay slash reverb. I'm sure it's actually sort of labelled as a reverb, but for me it's more of a delay, maybe a hybrid of the two, but it just sounds really good for getting those sort of shimmering echo delay sort of tails to a sound, which you'll hear in a second. Then I've also spiced it up a little bit just by using a simple distortion plugin from Logic. This is a stock Logic plugin, so it's not multi-band or anything like that. It just adds a little bit of grit, and because that's not multi-band and I therefore can't control the frequencies which the distortion applies to, I've taken a high cut and I've rolled it off at 1900. That's just so I don't get any unwanted top end caused by the distortion, which can sometimes be a problem. So one thing I will just quickly say, if you are ever going to try this technique on snare drums or kick drums, you'll probably find that you need to cut out quite a lot of the low end. That's because reversed low end sounds can sound really abrasive, and you might have real trouble fitting them within the mix in the context of your mix overall. But yeah, I'm just going to play through now this piano loop with the reverse sections that have the effects applied. I'll just solo the reversed with the effects, and you can hear that shimmering tail that we've created. And let's say I was going to take this and start building it into a full track. At some point I may well ditch the original piano and just leave in the reversed section, and obviously fill in the gaps with some different sounds. But yeah, there we go. Just wanted to share that tip. Like I say, give it a go. Try it on various different sounds, different elements within a tune, and see what you come up with. Once you've done the reverse trick with the effects on, you could try bouncing it down, and then you can cut up portions of just the tail section. You could even then re-reverse them, stick them in the track here and there. You could create your own atmospheric loops using just that. So yeah, the possibilities are endless. So give it a whirl, see how you get on, and enjoy.